Well, again, let me remind you that being grateful, even for small things, should be expressed from the bottom of our hearts. We should be able to show our gratitude to our management, to our CEO. And as I told you before, at the end of the road, all the benefits and all the goals and all the dreams that you have are waiting for us there. Are you ready to make the commitment and take that road towards the goal, towards something that is rightfully yours? And all you have to do is to take action. And the year 2020, in 2020, I would like to turn a new page, and that page will be called Actions. Action, action, action. That's the title of my page, new page. Now, I would like to pass the floor to our most beloved friend and partner and teacher and the CEO of our company, which is giving us this small part of gratitude in every corner of our world. We had been dreaming about it in 2014. We started doing it in 2015. We received the first results in 2016. In 2017, we created leaders that started doing the same, started duplicating. In 2018, together with you, we organized the biggest event ever, Eventy. And in 2019, friends, we are now here to set new goals, to make new plans, and Andrey Khovratav will show us how. So my gratitude to you and Happy New Year. Andrey Fyodorovich, I'm passing you the floor. Hello, dear friends. How can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me ask you. Please give me a score from 1 to 10 on the quality of the sound. So we've been talking for several hours now, and we can make a 10-minute break. We can put up some videos for you to have some rest. Let's make a 13-minute break, time for you to have a drink or have a snack, watch some videos, and then we can resume. So let's put up the TB Expo video that we have, one of the recent ones, because people have been sitting and listening to us for 3 hours. I think they deserved a break. Do you agree? Society is to evolve.
पूरी दुनिया ने मुझे सुना है। यहाँ और अब मैं स्वतंत्रता की आग प्रकाश करता हूँ।
Мечтай и действуй. Мечтай и действуй.
Ты на истинном пути, мой друг, до цели жизни несколько шагов. Только лидер создает надежный круг. Осуществи мечту и сердце зов. Цели читай, ближе все с каждым днем. Воздух свободы несем. Смело не отступать, только вперед. Вера всех нас зовет. Ключ в руках к успеху и деньгам. Мы поколение цифр и грехи. Мы разделим с каждым счастье пополам. NEEW, NEEW ты. Перечитай, ближе все с каждым днем. Воздух свободы несем. Смело не отступать, только вперед. Вера всех нас зовет.
Dream and act.
Let the whole world hear me. Only here and now I light the fire of financial freedom.
Dream and act.
Lasciami sentire il mondo, solo qui e ora accendo il fuoco della libertà.
Dream and act.
Пусть меня услышит весь мир. Только здесь и сейчас я зажигаю огонь финансовой свободы.
Dream and act.
Әлемге жар саламын. Қаржылық бостандыққа ақ жол.
Dream and act.
Перечитай, ближе все с каждым днем. Воздух свободы несем. Смело не отступать, только вперед. Вера всех нас зовет. Перечитай, ближе все с каждым днем. Воздух свободы несем. Смело не отступать, только вперед. Вера всех нас зовет.
Listen, friend, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you what we normally forget, but it is very important. I suppose it is the most important thing you can hear from me right now. So listen carefully. Here's what I wanted to ask you to do. Dream. Dream like a child, sincerely, with an open heart. Dream as if nobody has ever said this awful phrase to you. Dreams don't come true. That's a lie. Your dreams will come true if they are yours. If you believe. If you act. Dream. Dreams inspire, dreams motivate and move to act. Dreams make you get out of bed and fill you with energy. Dreams make you happier, as you cannot dream about something bad. Dreams give you wings. Dream. The dream is your vector. A dream with faith and movement towards is a goal, and the goal is certain. It gives direction. Without a dream, you are blind, you do not know where to go. You are a flugel spinning in place, a splinter carried by the turbulent flow of life. that we appreciate, use, take selfies in front of was once someone's dreams, someone's impossible fantasy, someone's goal and faith. Dream friend, wherever you may be, whoever you might have become, it is never too late to make your dream come true. Think, what would you be doing right now if you were not surviving? What do you truly want? Ask yourself. People are made to discover and create. You can't want anything, not strive towards anything. It is unnatural, abnormal. Do you understand? Now is the high time to start. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not from Monday. Now! Start dreaming. Dream big and dream small. See yourself and the world the way you like it. Create in your fantasies, your mind first. Draw your masterpiece. Dream, believe, act and never give up. Never, you hear me, never give up and never betray your dream. I believe in you, friend. And you should too. Start dreaming.
Guys, let's check the sound because we had again
Yes,
technical
we have
hiccups.
sound.
Could you please put some pluses or ones in the? Okay, good. Now I can see. So we're back online. Then let's do a recap. We are living in the era of digital unemployment, and which means that a lot of different occupations and professions will become unnecessary because we have robots, and we will have robots that will replace them. A very good example are drivers, and we have a lots of drivers, like almost 15% of the population of the world's occupations are drivers, and they will eventually be replaced by unmanned vehicles. Another widespread occupation is an accountant, and accountants very soon will not be necessary anymore too, because of the eventual passing on to blockchain. There are not other occupations as well, like metal processing occupations or miners, people that mine ore and coal and stuff. Also, drivers of trains, locomotives. There are a lot of robotized systems. We will eventually replace manned labor, and around 35% of the planet that will be left without an employment in the near future. And someone said, like, let's build Skyway, save Russia or save the world. Yes, it's true, but we should also not forget about the benefits that new economic evolution of the world brings us. And if we don't bring in at least 15% into new economic evolution of the world and into our ranks, then there will be a very huge economic and social collapse, the one that you often see in the Hollywood apocalypse movies. So why do we see that slide with a spider web on it? The reason is quite simple. There is such a thing as called Slavic calendar, and according to that old ancient Slavic calendar, the next year is the year of spinning tarantula. It's a spinning spider, and I now put up this picture for the next year, and that year, like 2020, is the year that comes only once in 1,000 years. So the year 2020, I guess you have it. It's a once in a lifetime actually year, because the next round year will be 2030, and when we had 1010, year 1010, 1010, then in another 1,000 years we'll have 30, year 3030, and the year 2020 is the year. So I guess you now can see the world map and the spider web. So one of the main tasks that I envision for the next year, and the reason why it's called a spinning spider, spinning tarantula. Yes, it's like South Russian tarantula, because some of the spiders can live in a house and others live outside in the ground. But sometimes those spiders come out of the ground and start spinning their webs. And the new economic evolution of the world, as you can see in the center of the spider web, and on the right you can see the logo of the academy, and on the left is the logo of the crypto unit program. So my goal for the next year is to make that year the year of education and the year of financial literacy education for the entire world. And Mila already mentioned the 8 courses of the basic training of a private investor. Its cost is 2,000 units, $2,000, and there will be a lot of different gifts given today. One of those gifts is the 10% bonus to the education information packages that you bought, 10% of the crypto units. And the second gift that I would like to give, and we discussed it with the Academy of a Private Investor, with the most active members of it, and we decided that we would like to give a New Year gift to all our participants, all those who represent the new economic evolution of the world and actively promote it. The 8 basic courses of a private investor, we would like to give them to you, and you could be just listeners, like observers. We won't check your homework, but you will be able to attend those lectures. We already had 3 sessions, and you will be able to get access to the recordings of those sessions. You will attend those training courses in the capacity of observers, not active participants, though. So I'll give you the landing page in the Russian chat, and then hopefully it will be copied to the English chat as well. So you can subscribe. We've developed a special subscription for it for the New Economic Evolution of the World clients. And this will be, the subscription will be available until the 31st. And those who do it, sign up, will be able to attend those courses. Again, I reiterate, in the capacity of listeners only, observers only. We will share the schedule with you as well. Then we'll move on to the news about the crypto unit, about CRU, and the blockchain as well. I got some really exciting news today, and I hardly could fall asleep yesterday because of the news that I heard. And I'm going to share it with you as well. I know that there are a lot of people waiting for that news. Let me first find the timetable for the courses first. So we have a total of 8 sessions, but if you add 2 more sessions that I'm going to hold, then the total becomes 10. So I won't be attending on the 3rd of January, but then on the 8th, 10th, 15th, and 17th, I'll be there, and people can now attend those training courses. This is our gift for you. And people who paid for those courses, we have another gift for you. We are going to have the investment consultant courses starting in March, and those who paid for the 8 courses of basic training of a private investor, in addition to having your homework checked by us, you will have access to the investment consultant courses as well. So you will be able to attend the investment consultant courses free of charge if you paid for the 8 basic courses of the training of a private investor. So this is our gift for you. We will be able to build quality networks only, or quality webs only, if we have quality education. So every Wednesday, I'm going to hold together with the team from the Academy of Private Investor, and then we'll have new people on board, investment consultants on board. Throughout the entire 2020, we're going to have 26 free sessions on investment literacy, absolutely free, as a giveaway. Some people say that free stuff given for free is not really free, but believe you me, this one is free, because at those courses you will see all the projections that we have for the 2020, and those webinars, like the first steps. We have 4 sessions free of charge. You will be able to watch the recordings of it as well, but then 1 month later the access will be closed to them, and they will be included in the paid packages. We're going to add German and Hindi as well. We're going to translate into 6 languages. We're going to record those webinars, and we're going to package them into a paid product. They will be included in our range of updated products. And a lot of people complain that our courses are not translated into English, Italian, but they are only in Russian. Now all those products will be available in your languages as well, starting from March 21st. And the reason why it's on March the 21st is the day of spring equinox. It's the day when, according to the Slavic old calendar, the year of the spinning tarantula, spinning spider, starts. And the way the spider spins its web, we are extending our network. And it is possible only if we have quality financial education. So let's move on. And let's do the summary of our 5-year work. But if you include the preparatory stage there as well, when I opened on the 15th of September, the Academy of Private Investor in 2011, we opened the Skyway Investment Group to support Anatoly Unitsky Innovative Transportation Technologies, string technologies. So if you take the database of 905,000 people that we have today, and it was created based on the 65,000 people created in the Academy of a Private Investor from 2011 to 2014, then starting from the 1st of December in 2014 until the 29th of March this year, the network of 550,000 people was created. And now you can see that the total number of people is 905,000 people. And let me go into the back office and I can give you the exact figure. It's even higher. It's not 905,000. It was the day before yesterday when I was preparing my slides. Now it's 924,000 people. Well, we planned to have 1 million people by the new year, but we came short by a tiny little bit. Well, we still have some ground to cover, but I guess 925,000 people is something that we can be proud of. And when I talked with guys who work in the blockchain technologies and crypto market, when they learn about our community, and I quite like the word community, because community means not only a network, but like a society, a community of people. So that's what community means. And out of them, 632,000 are people who came from the SWIC database, and we had only 180,000 people who did it. The remaining of the rest of the people, almost 400,000 people, are people who came directly into crypto unit, which is quite great. And really, dear friends, you can see yourselves the interest people have, how much people are interested in cryptocurrency market. And unfortunately, back then, we didn't know that we could do it as a blockchain right away back then in 2014. Not in 2014, but on the 30th of March 2019, then we would have lots of success right now. It would be like a sensation, because everyone is saying that blockchain technologies is the way to go, and you still don't have it, etc., etc. But let me tell you, in the next 20-30 days tops, maximum, because some our partners told me that we could have done it by New Year, but when had a talk with Igor Korsun. He told me that it is a 2-day job for us, but on the other side, our partners would need much more time than we do, not 2 days. So I'm going to reveal you a secret, although it's not a secret anymore, that we are now going to convert our crypto units into blockchain. It's going to be like a register, a deposit of our data. And this will be passed on, converted into blockchain. At the moment, we're going to use the Ethereum. It's going to take us 20-30 days tops. And everyone will see, at least the crypto community will see, that we announced 80 billion tokens, and all of them will be in blockchain. And the data is going to be published daily for everyone to see. It's going to be publicly available. So what's unique about blockchain? People think that it's a database, and people say that you can manipulate data in the database. You can increase artificially the number of subscriptions, but in blockchain, you cannot really do it. So the entire crypto community will be able to see what's going on. It will all be there, published in our daily newsletters. So we're going to pass on the data from our database into Ethereum-based blockchain, but it doesn't mean that we're going to have Ethereum all the way through. And when we pass on to our plans, you will see what exactly we're going to do in 2020. But we're going to go public. And as we said, starting January the 1st, we are entering the market. And within 20 days, 30 days tops, we are going to be in Ethereum-based blockchain, and everyone will be able to see what we're doing. This is stage 1. And this is the first step for us to go public, to enter the market. And when I say enter the market, I don't mean only cryptocurrency exchange, because people say that's quite easy to make a crypto coin. But it's not about entering the exchange. You can do it in 1-2 months tops and create your own coin, but it should be economically feasible, and the situation with demand and supply should also be favorable. Remember, we had stage 1, stage 2 of our crypto units, then stage 4, and we promoted the demand for it. We need to first prove the economy behind it so that people are eager to buy our crypto units. And those people who entered crypto unit program in the early stages will have the lockup deblocked. So that people will be able to sell their cryptocurrency or exchange their crypto units into whatever other currency you want. Again, it is up to you to decide what kind of price you're going to ask for it. At first, the market is going to be closed, and then we're going to move to the open market, and I will tell you what we should have before we're ready to go to the open market. I think that news should bring you some joy. At least it did for me yesterday, and they also told me that they could do it by the end of this year. But it's not only up to us. If it were only for us, we could do it in 2 days. So you see that the slides are 2 days old, and we had 2 days ago we had 905,000 people. Now we have 924,000 people, of which we have 197,000 investors. So the number of clients who bought EIPs, investors, we have 304,951, and the number of people who have crypto units is 997,059 people. And now we have, well, the updated information is that we have 198,000 people in crypto unit. We have 464,000 people partners and 43.5 thousand agents. As for consultants, managers, and leader managers, we have 12,000 consultants, 4,000 managers, and 1.3 thousand leader managers. We have 431 top managers, 160 vice presidents, and 71 presidents. The volume of sales in crypto unit amounted to 131 million. The amount of assets purchased, you remember we should have allocated 40% into buying assets according to our declaration statement. So we bought 42. We bought 50,800,000 worth of assets. So we still have money to buy some more. So the amount of bonuses according to the marketing plan in unit is equal to 46 million. This is what our people earned thanks to our partnership program. And the loyalty program bonus and Profi bonus equals 13 million. And it's a loyalty program bonus. And we have allocated 900,000 units within the Profi bonus. So this is our current news. The transfer is a database, etc. All those issues will be covered later. So this is the performance of our performance over the 8 stages of the crypto unit program that was launched on 30th of March 2019.
Well, and now let's talk about the portfolio. I will show and tell you very briefly. I will simply tell you what is included. 35% investment from the previous slide, 50 million. So our investments altogether, 50,832,000. So the Skyway Technologies in the investment of 18 million, real estate 2.27 million units. What does real estate mean? I will show you the news about real estate. A week ago, about 4 days ago, we received not the feasibility study, but the technical specifications for the construction and building. We are preparing the documents for getting a permit for the construction of 2 complexes. And we have, in addition, some real estate where we rented it long term, and we will provide it for renting to retail store Magnet in the Russian Federation for facilities. Gold, 13.3 million units. What does it mean? So we cover 4 subsegments in segment gold. The first gold is the gold trading in gold, where each month we get 3%. We invested 640,000. The Ural Gold, the next subsegment, the largest one, by the way, which is very promising because in spring we plan to get an authorization, not authorization, but the confirmation, the proof, the confirmation from a very reputable company which prepares the documents for entering the stock exchanges. So this is a commercial document, not the surveying document, but the feasibility document altogether. We had by New Year to enter this segment, but we extended it until March to prepare some documents because for you to understand, this company is English one. The UK company, altogether 16 sites, 6 companies with 16, not 6, but 16 sites. We will receive the documents, and we received the documents until New Year for 13.3 tons. And starting from the 1st of March till mid-May, we will receive from a very reputable company. As soon as we receive this commercial document, I will announce this. So please take note of this. For approximately 23 tons of gold of C1, C2 class under the Russian standard. What does this mean, C1, C2? Under this classification, it is from 1 to 1.4 US dollars of 1 gram in soil. So there are some sites, and there is this certification, meaning that the commodity could be sold from 1 to 4 US dollars. So this is 20 to 27 tons of gold to be put on our balance sheet. There is such a term as inferred and indicate gold. Indicate is similar to C1, C2, and we have about 80 tons plus minus 10%, 80 tons in soil from 1 to 4 US dollars per gram. You can calculate how much the company will cost, but our share in this company is 50%. And inferred class of gold, 500 tons plus minus 10%, 500 tons. And the price, the cost in soil under inferred is 25 cents, and up to 500, from 300 to 500 million US dollars is going to be the value of this gold reserve in the soil altogether, spent across the these 6 companies. And the main company, our share in this company is 50% after the full investment. And now we got a new legal department, and it is headed by a very serious company, not only in the CIS market, but it is a member of the Guild of Lawyers in the US. They have very good contacts in Europe. They prepare and audit a lot of documents, double check and validate all the contracts. Very active work is done by these lawyers and attorneys. And I would say, actually, where we get these people from, they are from Kazakhstan. Ayderim is included into the Kazakh Forbes, and it is believed to be one of the best legal companies in Kazakhstan, and she is one of the top 100 celebrities in Kazakhstan. Me being one of top 100 personalities in Russia, and she is from Kazakhstan. And in the news, I will tell you who we will select, but actually our goal is to select the best people from blockchain and this segment. So Ural Gold, its share is the largest. You ask me why we need this assessment of the Ural Gold. This is needed to enter the market. We will propose 2 options to enter the market. STO for Ural Gold, but STO every month, the procedure is getting more and more complicated, and there are other mechanisms. And through this system for crypto unit, we can actually create. And the next option, we are negotiating with the largest investors that would like to enter this market. For you to understand why we started to develop these sites and this segment. So the potential, which was confirmed by the Australian company, so actually it confirmed the surveyed deposits, whether there is these gold deposits or silver deposits, no matter what. And when we received these confirmations, these confirming documents from them, and when I saw this and we had a personal talk, and I asked them whether there is the potential for the development, and they said yes. And under the documents, the potential for the development for the next 15-20 years is 860 tons of gold. And judging by, and at today's exchange rate, it would be from 44 to 46 billion US dollars. And this is one of the reasons why we decided to develop this segment, because one of the sub goals is that for crypto unit, there is initially 1.1 gram, 1.2 grams, then 10 grams. And actually our ambitious goal is that one crypto unit, no matter which currency it is in, for the next 1,000 years, until 3030, one crypto unit should cost 35 grams of gold, no matter which currency is used to denominate it. But the goal is the value of each crypto unit by that time is at least 35 grams of gold. And therefore we issued the anniversary gold coin, and there will be a certificate that it is a global coin, precious coin like banks issue, and one crypto unit should cost at least 35 grams of gold. Then in the gold segment, there is Tanzanian gold, trading in Tanzanian gold, Ghana gold as well. And some guys want to come to Ghana and see the production, which should have been established. And guys, I want to tell you that there is no production. We didn't invest there. We invested only 370,000 to set up a company, to set up the offices and buy a company with the licenses. There is the allocation of lead plants for us to buy 4 excavators, 2 scrubbers, and to wash up to 400 grams of gold per day. So for the time being, we don't have this production site ready. As soon as it is ready, then anyone could come to our site. So the company, which we owe 50-50, we own 50-50, so we can take you there, but now we don't have it available. Tanzania, why Tanzania selected? So we should have entered Tanzania from July, but there were delays. We sent money to Tanzania, but they were suspended. We still have some money suspended, and we are trying to resolve it through different channels. We managed to transfer this money, and since January, the trading will start. What trading means? This is the purchase of the real physical gold, where our share is 1.5%. So we earn 1.5% from each transaction, and there will be 2 transactions in the first month, 3 percentage altogether. The second month, our plan from February to have 3 transactions a month, meaning that we will earn 4.5% a month, and across the year there should be 6 transactions, and the money for 15 kilos of gold. We make our investments, and the second company, so the company purchase and sell the gold, and we get 1.5%. So what does it mean? So me as a trader, so actually the turnover is quite large, and I like this proposal that for example, if we work the second year, we can get 12 transactions a month with 15 kilos of gold, and from each transaction there would be 1.5%, and altogether it will be 15% a month. And then we will increase the number starting from 15 kilos of gold, then another 15, totally there would be 30 kilos, and altogether we will have 12 transactions a month. And with this turnover we can get a good earning. And therefore, when today our partners propose to buy and sell 15 kilos, dear friends, it's not the matter of buying and selling and get 1.5 on 500 kilos, but the idea is to buy 15 kilos, and then each month to have at least 12 or 15 transactions, and you can calculate which earning we can get. And in the gold we have 4 sub-segments. One sub-segment in Ghana, a gold mining company, but we didn't do anything in terms of production. The second sub-segment, Ural Gold. The third sub-segment is gold mining in Congo. There we have a fixed 3% a month and can expand the volume. And from the partners we also received a proposal to do a similar thing in South Africa. The proposal, which guarantees to get from 6 to 9% per month, we can make this earning a month. And now we consider this, and as soon as we get all the estimates for the South African Republic, there we have the partners. We can create there the program in accordance with which we will finance the top project, raise the money there and fund this project and earn from 6 to 9% a month. This is a good earning. They are those partners that work with gold. So therefore, under the gold segment, we have 4 sub-segments, out of which 3 sub-segments were showed at Goa. And after New Year, there will be a summary reports for all the sub-segments, and the summary reports for all the consultants and above, or for those investors who invested at least 5,000, those who bought the EIPs, 5,300, and they are our investors, clients. They are trained and they want to understand by those on those gift bonuses they got, those gift units, how it develops. So for the consultants and the above, and the consultants that paid 5,000 and more, you will receive the detailed reports about the economics, the accountancy, because a lot of people ask us to show the balance sheets, and when we ask them to send your plugins, your logins, but actually these are the requests from those guys who didn't even pay 100 US dollars. So, but if you have a look at the European companies or US companies, and the investments is only a few hundreds, so actually they will not show this. And our proposal is that all the consultants and those who invested at least 5,000, they will get all these estimates, and all this will be transparent and provided to them. In the gold segment, we have 4 sub-segments and nothing else will be added. We actually needed to finance another 15 million for the Ural Gold, but we postponed it because there was a decline in our structures. And at New Year's Eve, all those payment systems, they were a bit in delay. And actually after New Year, they will give us all those investments to be transferred to Sushi Master and Ural Gold. So Sushi Master, here we have 3,595 million units. So we have some franchise, 50% to 50%, a good franchise, 50 to 50. I will explain what it means. This is when we pay to Sushi Master our money as investor. They open the restaurants where the companies that will open the restaurants, these companies and these restaurants belong to us, and all the equipment which is bought, it belongs to us, we own them. And when they start generating any profits and incomes, so 100% of this income is belongs to us, unless we have our investments returned. And according to our plan, from 9 months to 1 year and a half or 2 years maximum, we plan to get our investments back. And the managing company is Sushi Master. When all the incomes, when all the profits are used to pay back our investments, and only after that moment the profits generated will be shared 50-50. So this is an amazing opportunity. So actually Sushi Master has stopped this opportunity, and we managed to catch up the bus. And you see, I've noticed this wave. No matter which business or which segment I enter, I remember when once, actually through the MLM marketing, I signed up different people, and when the snow was falling, I simply picked up my contact book or some advertisements in the newspaper, phoning a person asking, are you looking for a job of an accountant? And are you looking for a job of an accountant, or do you want to make a good earning? If you want to have a good income, I will not offer to you a vacancy of the accountant, but I can briefly through the phone tell you what you can do and how you can earn your money. And then I ask, are you interested? Yes, I am. Then please take a pen and we will make a drawing together with you. And after making similar calls to the people, I asked them whether they have Skype, and then they answered yes, I do have Skype. Then I proposed to them to have a Skype session, and one lady once phoned me saying that I like this old I liked everything, and I decided to calculate who you are under the numerology science. And actually she said that you are like an eagle, a fairy tale eagle. And she said me, didn't you notice that you are a money magnet? No matter which business you enter or the company you have dealings with, everything goes smooth in terms of money. And actually I started to recall when I was an entrepreneur after the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s, no matter what I did at that time, for example, a person had a job, and then we started a joint business, and a few months after he leaves his job saying that I don't want to do everything is fine, so let's break it up. And I see that we split up with him, and actually my business is growing, but his business is at a loss. And I enter any company, I start working with them, and this company is in decline. But as soon as I joined, actually this company 1 year after gets prosperous. Or when I leave this company, the company starts to be at a loss. And in MLM business the same. And actually I had a similar situation in a bank. I joined a bank, I came to a bank, and there were quite good interest rates. In early 2000 you could make 36 or 38 interest rate per annum. Can you imagine this? And I enter a small bank. I put my money on the deposit, 3% a month, and international currency, and I put my money onto this deposit, and I see that the bank grows up. It's very famous, and the commercials are very fantastic. Then I took some money from this bank, and I see that it is in decline. It gets bankrupt. So actually I saw this situation, and this lady told me that I am a money magnet.
So no matter where I go or what I start to develop, that's what happens. So my goal is to teach you how to become money magnet, and you can learn how to do it if you listen to my meditation. money magnet. And if you signed up to my course, 8 Rules of a Private Investor, you will get the certificate as well, the rules of magnetism. So you will put your name on it, and you can print it out and stick it to your fridge, and then you have to do what's written there, and that's how you're gonna charge yourself with the money magnetism. So I remember watching a video that said, no matter what you touch turns into gold. So I would like our team to be like this. No matter what we touch should become gold. And I love gold. And I remember my youngest son told me, Dad, do you like gold? And I said, yes. And he said, I love gold too. But he was like 3 years old. How he couldn't understand anything about gold. Yet he said he loved it. So with the development of Sushi Master chain, we now have a very interesting investment project. And Alex Yanovsky received a very good energy charge when we started working with them. Now their company will grow even faster. And I liked his business plan. That's why we entered that project. So we entered for the 5% of the equity, paying 750,000 per month. And after the new year, Sushi Master will cost 205 million. And we're paying $750,000 per month in installments. This is 50-50 franchise, and the equity is 5% here. The interest is 5% here. The next project is 100% franchise. We are testing it in Belarus, and tomorrow we'll have the opening of a restaurant which is run at 100% franchise. So when tomorrow it opens, I guess it will cost us $250,000. But again, this is a one-of-a-kind restaurant which will not have a delivery only, but it's gonna be a proper restaurant with tables, with waiters. They have their own peculiar menu, and in all the cities that we're going to have such restaurants, even with the 50-50 franchise, like in Almaty and in Moscow, in other cities with more than 1 million population. When you go to the restaurant, you have a meal, you make your presentation, and then when they print the bill, they'll have our logo on that bill. So, and you can tell the person that you brought to that restaurant, look, we are co-owners of that restaurant. And when you are having a meal in that restaurant, you already make a profit out of it. And you will have dividend income. It doesn't mean that you'll have the dividend income next month, but when the project pays back in 9 months or 10 months, according to their big business plan, some restaurants will pay back in 3 months. But we are now field testing it to see how it works. We'll have a Sushi Master restaurant in St. Petersburg. Now we received an application from Vietnam. And those of you who would like to have such restaurants opened in your country should remember that Sushi Master will celebrate their 5th anniversary this year, like we do. They are mainly in Russia now. Now their goal is to go to Europe. Alex, the owner, would like to have 2,000 restaurants. So we can create a product like education information package called Sushi Master Vietnam, or Sushi Master India, or Latin America, or Sushi Master Australia, where we have 100% franchise. And we can take investment courses in that area, and we can also open joint restaurants with Sushi Master under 100% franchise. We opened 2 restaurants in Spain, 50-50. It's Antonina Kianovskaya relative. In Alicante, we have 2 restaurants. You might have heard that news. In the port, they didn't have any Japanese restaurants there, and they would like to have a Japanese cuisine restaurant. We didn't have enough time to open up a sushi master restaurant there because we needed to translate the entire service database and the website into Spanish. And as Alex said, it would cost $15,000-$20,000. And it's not like that we don't have that money. I told him, let us pay. And then all other people who will join the franchise will get a commission fee. But it was not about the lack of money. It was about the lack of time. Alex Yanovsky created his own investment system for the franchise. It's like 50-50 franchise, and they didn't have time to do it. That's why we opened a Japanese cuisine restaurant on our own, and when we buy the franchise, then we'll convert it into a Sushi Master franchise restaurant in Alicante in Spain, and then we'll have one more restaurant opened in the new year, which is also going to be a Sushi Master 100% franchise. Why did we go for Sushi Master? Because people say that you could have opened healthy food restaurant or something. The reason why I liked it is because first, Alex has already very good database of clients, like 1 million clients in Russia only. And thanks to us, that database is going to extend even more. Second, we will have Pizza Master in the pipeline, Vegan Master, Burger Master as well, because when the chain is up and running, you can open up any restaurant within that chain. You can open up a pizza restaurant, and I'm sure that Alex is going to announce in the new year, if he doesn't do it, we will do it. We will create our own spin-offs. It's gonna be Pizza Master, Vegan Master, or healthy food restaurants, etc., etc. So we are going to have a huge system with huge ambitions. I never saw the likes of which before, no matter who I'm talked to. Dragosh also came up with a very good idea, proposal to have in every cafe what he suggests doing. Quite an interesting approach he suggests. Of course, we will be developing this restaurant business because it is directly related to our hotel business, because that's where we're going to put up our restaurants. Let's move on. Investments into culture, 920,000. So we have a TV series, Minors. It costs us like $30,000, and I wanted to invest my own money only. And then I saw the huge potential behind it, and we signed an agreement with the creators of the TV series to have an exclusive right to season 2, to season 3, etc. And since in 2020, our company is going to become a company of miners as well, and I'll come to that later. So our company will be a mining company too. I mean crypto miners. You just to make clear. So now we are picking the blockchain category and the team that will do it for us. So in the area of culture, we've invested $920,000, and that's one of the areas where we're going to make movies. And you might have heard about the Dragon Man movie. And my son asked me, do we have such a superhero as Dragon Man? And I said, yes, we do, but you can think of any superhero and we can make it. Now, people say that the time of superheroes is over, etc., but that's not true, because superheroes were always popular. Take any folk tales or legends, myths. In any epoch, any era, there were superheroes and tales about superheroes. So the British culture, the Saxon culture had their own superheroes. Indian culture had its own superheroes. My mom is from Buryatska Republic in the former Soviet Union. They had their own superhero. Chinese folklore has its own superheroes. So our Russian culture folklore has its own superheroes. So why not make money out of it and slowly promote that area? And the people that we started cooperating with, they are quite willing to make those movies, and now we've signed an agreement, a corporate agreement. We are going to participate on a 50-50% basis in all the movies that are going to be created. And our partner said, we're going to become Asian Marvel. And I asked him, are we going to be partners in that project of yours? And he said, yes. So we are now 50-50%, 50-50 partners. And those movies are going to be launched. The Dragon Man movie is going to be launched in Indian market with Indian cast, with Indian actors. And then we're gonna to have the same movie in the Chinese market as well, with the Chinese cast. Both of those countries have a very high culture of movie watching, and Chinese do not have the problem of piracy, whereas Russia is quite famous for its piracy. And sometimes, when they have the first night in Hollywood, in Russia, you can only on the next day you can only already find it online. So China doesn't have this issue. No piracy there. So this is the amount of money that we're going to invest, and that's why the reason why we went into that project. Then the next area is stock markets. Igor Romanenko is in charge of that area. We invested 2.8 million units. But in liquid assets, including gold, we have 3.5 million invested. The next area is financial and crypto market. We invested 4.2 million units into the creation, establishment of an investment holding, which should have been ours by the end of this year. But under the current contract, it should be done by the end of the next year. Now we are doing the due diligence of all the companies of which the holding consists. And because it does not only cover the cryptocurrency, but all other financial markets as well, and the launch of STO as well. And because we need our crypto unit be listed in the market, and we're not talking about trading only. We need crypto unit to be in demand in all of the markets. So when other companies join, the companies that we like to work with, we want them to pay them in crypto unit. At least part of the payment should be made in crypto units. So in Shikard, when we bought Shikard shares, we paid 2 million out of 4 in crypto units. See? So we have 2 more millions to pay in order to get 50% interest in Shikard. Well, many people say that Shikard worked in similar companies. The Shikard idea was implemented by many other companies. Well, the owner, Serik, has extensive experience in this particular area, and now we're developing our program, which will be according to which we will start actively attracting entrepreneurs in March who will be very much interested in working within Shikard system. And together with Serik, we're going to hold webinars and train people and explain them why Shikard is the way to go. So I remember when we were making the presentation, and it was a live presentation. It was attended by Petru Zhalbe, one of our presidents. And he said, look, you go to any businessman, and if you explain the entire thing and the entire benefits that Shikard offers, no matter how many retail outlets that businessman has, he will want to implement the Shikard system in his retail trade. And most interestingly, this system has a special system of points And instead of those points, we are going to introduce our units, our crypto units. It will be our cryptocurrency, and then the entrepreneurs will be able to use those points, crypto unit points. So the next area is Basalt Technologies. We invested 1.7 million, and the reason why we did it, if you remember, in early December, I already explained the reasons for you. I guess it was an eye opener for many of you. So the reason why we entered Skyway was that the volume of the market was estimated at $500 trillion. As for Basalt Technologies, the volume of the market is twice as big as these innovative transportation technologies. The Basalt market in the next 10 years will be $3,000 trillion at least. I've been talking with the CEO, Dmitry Voronov, and we're preparing the STO for Basalt company in India, for the plant in India. We'll also have another plant as well. And you will see what kind of market we're going to enter with Basalt Technologies. It is a market with the value of at least $1,000 to $3,000 trillion in the next 10-20 years. It can replace metal. It can be used to build bodies for the cars or any other transportation vehicles, because it is much more resilient and safe than metal, and it is environmentally friendly too. And the production of basalt is much cleaner than metal processing or chemical production. It is environmental friendly production which does not harm our planet. And if you compare it to Skyway, we needed to raise 300 million to build the techno park in order to have our targeted projects. In order to launch Basalt Technologies, we need 2.5 million euros only. We paid 1.7 million units. We need to pay another million units, and then it's up and running. And then we'll have a plant where we have the 50-50 ownership.
The capitalization and the return of the innovative Basalt Technologies is much higher than the share which we have today in Skyway Technologies, because our share is only 4%. In Basalt Technologies, our share will be 50%. And the market and the volume of the market is much more extended for the next 20-30 years. And we will have to invest another a similar amount in order to launch the production of the diamond, artificial diamonds, as we call it. But actually, I gave the example. It's like a baby, in vitro baby, but he is a live baby, but grown up artificially, because there are such technologies which actually is quite useful for those families that could not have a baby through a natural way. So actually in the laboratory conditions, so they can grow the baby, and actually later on it is put inside the woman and it gives birth to this child. And the process is quite similar to the production of these diamonds. They are not those diamonds made by nature, but those that will be made in a laboratory setting. So before that, for the diamond to grow, it required about hundreds or thousands of years, but now it will take about 4 days only to build or to create these diamonds. And moreover, we have Indian partners that are ready to buy everything. And for the basalt technologies, we will have to make further payments, and the factory will be launched not like as an illustration, but it will yield some profits. And in January, the same applies to this diamond segment. So we will commission the equipment, and in spring, from spring, actually, we can make our diamonds starting from spring next year. And the next stage is the jewelry production and entering the market, the marketing of this jewelry through a very cool way or approach. So there is one similar company, a gold company founded in Ukraine. They use the mass marketing approach. I saw their products, but they look quite cheap because it is a combination with silver. We will not cooperate with them, no, because I don't work with the people who had some criminal proceedings. So we don't need to ruin our reputation. We won't work with them. They created this. I told many times this in the academy, that we need to create such companies. And why actually we selected this gold and diamond segment? Because one of the strategies which this company has, actually we can follow this strategy as well, but our brand is very expensive. We will be similar to Tiffany brand, so maybe in terms of the pricing, so we will be a bit lower compared to Tiffany, but the quality would be equal. But diamonds, they are not only used for jewelry purposes. Diamonds are used in space science, and one of the goal actually is to aim or to target the space science, and the spaceships, they will fly into the outer space, and Mr. Unitsky, we will hopefully engage in the project Spayway, and there the diamonds will be required, will be demanded in large quantities. And diamonds are also used in different equipments. If you studied the segment of the production of diamonds, so the so-called musanits, they are artificially bred diamonds. So these natural diamonds, the pressure is 60,000 bars, but we will use 65-70,000 bars of pressure to grow the diamonds. And now we plan to launch a production, a large factory in Russia, 10 carats, but our next plan is to grow diamonds of 100 carats. Why we need this? When we have this summit in Vietnam, and afterwards there will be a conference for top managers and above in late March next year, please remind me, and I will tell you why we in particular need these 100 carat stones. I will share one secret with you, what diamonds are and how they work in the energy information field, and why 100 carat stones are those we need. Please remind me this question, and then to you, to top managers, I will tell you why this is our goal, because this is quite a serious exercise. So this is the price which we paid, and now I would like to show you actually the value. And dear friends, please write down all this, why I estimate this portfolio at the value of 153 million. So you may say that it is not the market value, but I will tell you why it is the market value. So please take a calculator, a pen, some paper, and we will all together write this down for you to understand why we have, why this is the market value. So once I told to Alex Yanovsky, and he said, when we enter the market, then my company will be valued by the market. But today I value my company. Actually, I selected 5 top largest companies with restaurants and the pace of opening the restaurants, McDonald's, Burger, and some others. And actually the characteristic of the pace of opening their restaurants and the pace of opening our restaurants we have in Sushi Master is outcome it outcomes all the other restaurants. So yes, we cannot compete with McDonald's, but the pace of opening of the restaurants, actually we outbeat these top 5 restaurants of fast food. And actually, this is the way I value my company. When people want to buy, you want to buy at the value of 153 million, 5% of my company. When I set 200 million, then the people will still buy it. I will set 250 million. And why? Again, based on this characteristic of the pace and the number of restaurants. And now I will show you, and please take note, write it down very carefully, why today I value our company at least 153 million, those assets we have. But actually, I value our company today. And last time when there was a summary webinar, I told you that I value it to cost $1 billion US. Why, dear friends? Because we have a community of followers, of people, of 924,000 people, and the conversion rate, which surprises everyone, is 20%. So no one has this conversion rate of about 20%, but we have it. So the Skyway technology is 52 million units. Why I value it compared to our investments 18, and the value as I value it is 52. So actually I'm asked how I can value at this price, because this product is not liquid yet. But it is not liquid for whom? For those individuals who bought for themselves the shares of Skyway company. But we, as a company which develops, which moves forward with an established network of promotion, of further growth, and we have people who have their 10G office previously this week, so we sell it. And what we have, we convert what we have into their good. And actually everything is simple. The investments is 18. I will share my screen to show you that we have this amount. A sec, please. Well, I will do it a bit later. Today, we own, the company owns the investment group, which is today called NEEW TNG. We own 2.7 billions of shares of Skyway. So shares and shares are the same thing. And the shares which belong, there is an installment program and some other stuff, but those shares that belong to the fund is almost 1.9, almost 2 billion. And everything is simple. If today we sell it as we have it today, almost 2 billion, 1.8 million to be exact, divided by 35%, we get 53 million. 1.8 billion, 1.85 billion. And if roughly we would like globally to promote the technology and for people to sell it, so we can get 57 million. And therefore, this is the value which we estimate at under today's condition. Individuals cannot do it, although after New Year, I plan to meet Mr. Unitsky and will tell you very interesting things which we consider for crypto unit program and then for the shares of some companies. What the crypto unit program is, this is the global investment portfolio composed of some companies. Some companies, we would like to bring them to the market through the network approach. So there are companies which could be traded, and then they go on NASDAQ, and as soon as they go there, they are traded in ITC market. And in ITC market, there are some technologies which today we can actually sell a share of Skyway Technologies at $1 or $3. I will meet Mr. Unitsky and I will tell him about these technologies, because with Basalt Technologies we will follow this similar approach. So when we start doing this, we will bring Basalt Technologies company to the market. We plan to do it, and with new legal department we plan to do it within the next 2020 to bring it to ITC market. And actually, I want to propose the same thing to Mr. Unitsky, whether he would like to use this approach or not. But in case the Skyway wants to follow this approach, I can assure you that in 2020, the shares of Skyway market the price would be from $1 to $5, as I promised for this year. Should we close the entrance to the root technology, so the PR approach could be, which was developed with Mr. Unitsky, and through crowdfunding funding platform, our crowdfunding platforms. So actually one of the goals is to make this crowdfunding platform, which is to become one of the best, because in the world, there is no MLM-based crowdfunding platform. So we will actually create it with some elements of MLM marketing. So, and the peculiarity of this, in terms of the Skyway shares, we will propose to them this technology, and whether Mr. Unitsky agrees or not, this is his decision. But I have some negotiation and persuasion skills, and I will do my best to convince him. And as soon as it happens, the price of the share will be even higher. And at the same time, we are now working with the evaluators. And what you see now, we all want to evaluate independently. So the Skyway evaluation is available in the Russian market only. And we've talked and negotiated with some international evaluators. And actually this evaluation of 400 billion, actually I wanted to become international. And as soon as it is done, we will have this 2 billion shares of Skyway to convert into 2 billion units. So real estate, my evaluation is 6 million units, because our investments and what we invested this at a very cheap price in Krasnodar. So those lands we have. So I will show this at the end of January to consultants and those investors that paid EIPs of at least 5,000. I will show you. And the real estate, if we sell it, we can get within the next 3 or 6 months another 6 million units. The next segment, gold, my evaluation of 74 million. So actually the trading we have, the subsegment, costs nothing, but we received all the documents with all the proofs and confirmations from the relevant structures, where 13.3 tons of gold has been confirmed as valid and to be put onto our balance sheet. But what does it mean? 13 million grams multiplied on average by $3 a gram, you get 39 million, and divided by 2, our share, and this is 19.5, but we invested only about 10. And I will tell you why I calculate this way. Well, you know, I talk to some evaluators and I tell them, can we calculate this way? And they say yes, because it makes sense actually. So let's calculate the following: 13 million grams multiplied by $45 per gram and multiplied by net profits of about 40%. The net profits will be from selling of this. It will be about 234 million. And our share, as soon as it is in our balance sheet, all this gold indicate another 80 million, and inferred 550 million. So either we want to get the money or attract an investor. I talked to some investors who are ready to invest into the construction of a factory, and our goal for the next year, that August, September, we will start building the factory, and we will have to give from 20 to 30% for the construction. We will sell our share 26 to 30%, and another 13 deducted from our share multiplied by 35, it is 81,900,000 with a reference minus some expenditures, net of some expenditures and tax expenditures. And the gold itself will cost about 70 million US dollars. This is my calculation. But again, I received some feedback that the calculation shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be sold this way, but there are evaluators, and I will show you our plan. In February, March, until March, we will make our evaluation. Why? Because we want to enter the market. I will tell you how we will enter the crypto market. In order to enter the market, we need to evaluate all our assets. And actually, we are doing this right now. We involved a number of companies. With some of them, we are negotiating, and some of the assets will be evaluated by one company. Another portion of assets will be evaluated by another company, and all these will be international evaluated. We are negotiating not simply to say that these figures are taken from nowhere, but these figures will be evaluated by will be confirmed by international evaluators. And actually, when I instruct them, they say, yes, it's possible to calculate the future profits, but for this we need these documents and those documents, and actually they enumerated the list of documents we need to provide. Sushi Master, so the number of restaurants already opened, and the uniqueness of the opening of these restaurants, when the restaurant is open, it costs about 75,000 US dollars. This is the value of each restaurant. But as soon as it is open and it generates the profits, this business could actually be sold at a much expensive price, because the profit generated is from 3 to 5% per month. And actually the restaurant could be sold, at least there is a trend, global trend, if you want to sell operational business, it should generate at least 1% a month as a net profits. Then this business could be sold within 3 months. If it generates less than 1%, you can actually sell this business within the next 6-9 months. So those restaurants which are open at today's price, at today's value, in addition, we have the equity of 250 million after New Year. Culture, the value is the same. Stock markets, we have a number of assets which are traded, and there is a decline, but we have an amount which could generate the growth if we leave the market today. Therefore, this amount is higher than our contribution. The financial and crypto market costs nothing. The Basel Technologies, the value is the same because the factory is not open and operational. We will evaluate this factory and then the value will be higher. She cut 4.2 million. So we did nothing. As soon as it is launched, it is kicked off and we expand the community. There is an increase in the number of people, including entrepreneurs and clients that would like to use this Shikat application. Then the valuation will be different. And the production of diamonds is not changed, and the growth of crypto of crypto unit assets is 22%. The growth rate is 22% per month. The profit from liquid assets is 980,000, the amount of liquid assets. The liquid assets, the 3.6 million, and the profits within the first 9 months is 27.22%, which is 3.3% per month. And the profit from the liquid assets in December, I may upset everyone because Romanenko actually reported to me in December there are some instruments on the market and there are those declining a bit, and there are instruments that generated profits, and unfortunately the profits in December is not large, only about $5,000.
And the reason for that is that in some markets we had a decline, but in other markets we used other instruments that saved us as safeguards. Well, again, to be precise, in December we had an income of around $5,000. Let me give you the exact figure. 4,311,000. So December for us was a disastrous month in terms of income, but what's unique about our portfolio is that it's both the mutual funds and the stock exchange and the 18,000 in gold. So some of the instruments showed a negative result. So this is not 411,000 is not too much, but what's unique about our portfolio is that if something shows negative result, we have other instruments that balance it off, and we still have a profit. We have a positive revenue in December, not too big, but still it's on the plus side. So put pluses in the chat if everything is clear. If something is not clear, write it down somewhere and we can discuss it in our Q&A section. So someone is asking me why this webinar is taking so long. But guys, this is a final webinar for the year, and I warned you that it will take at least 6 hours to have it. And additionally, we are having a 5-year report webinar. Well, some of you can listen to it in recorded version afterwards, but this is a reporting meeting. It cannot be shorter. So let's move on. We have a resort real estate. They made some preparatory work.
वीडियो को 3 पार्ट में कर दिए हैं जिससे आप लोगों को देखने की सुविधा हो और बार बार वीडियो को आप देख सकें, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा वीडियो रहेगा तो उसको आप देखने में कन्फ्यूजन होगा, अच्छे से आप देख नहीं पाएंगे, इसलिए वीडियो को 3 पार्ट में कर दिए हैं। ये दूसरे पार्ट का वीडियो है, इसको अच्छे से देखिए और अपनी टीम को भी देखने के लिए बोलिए, क्योंकि कंपनी के प्रोफाइल का पूरा डिटेल इसमें दिया हुआ है, पूरा आप समझ पाएंगे कि किस तरीके से है और किस तरीके से वर्क हो रहा है। और अगर जो न्यू मेंबर हैं और पहली बार वीडियो देख रहे हैं उनके लिए मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि टेक्निकल ध्रुव चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और बेल आइकन को दबा लीजिए ताकि कोई भी वीडियो डले उसकी नोटिफिकेशन आप तक तुरंत पहुंच जाए, जिससे तुरंत आप वीडियो देख पाएंगे। और साथ में वीडियो को शेयर कर दीजिए और साथ में लाइक कर दीजिए। ओके, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।